What is going on, Boxed family? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you all again. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only, so let's be entertained. Wanted to take a look at Boxed, get a little bit of an update out there. I think last time we spoke, Andrew Pearson was the last insider that we were talking about that had made a purchase. Here we have a couple other insider buys. They were back in mid-June, so nothing new as of right now, but maybe new to us unless you've been keeping up on the news yourself. Whoever, the CEO, I'm not even going to try the name, but he had a buy there at about $1.65, and David Liu, the director, at $1.66. So good to see, as we're not seeing any of the insiders selling still. We're just seeing buy transactions, which is nice. I like that. Looking at the short interest, I mean, it's nothing to be overly concerned about. Everything looks okay. The estimated short interest percent of the free float is sitting at 8.4. Shares on loan 6.55 million. Days to cover less than 1 day. Cost to borrow is sitting at 111%. Utilization is not maxed out, which is fine. We don't need to always end up in short squeeze plays. I don't care about all of that. We just want a good, healthy company that we can go ahead and invest in and see where it goes, see where they can take the company. We have been trading in a massive channel. It's been making some solid swings for a while. I mean, these are like 60-cent swings, and we see it swing up, swing down, whatever, so it gets a little bit nerve-wracking probably at some time if you guys are just buying holders. If you're actively trading this thing, it's moving beautifully for you. Like I said, I don't care what you do what you want with your money, but I do think it's finally starting to come into a more realistic trend. So let's see if this trend line will actually hold up. We got support down here right around the $2.05-6 range, and what it wants to do, if it's going to respect this new shorter trend line and kind of tighten up the swings that we've been seeing, that would be okay. If you're not actively trading this one as it's on its way up to wherever you want it to be, you're going to want to see a little bit more stability. If you are actively trading it, then you have no problem seeing these 60-cent swings or whatever it wants to do, right? 60 cents comes down, 60 cents again. Is it going to come all the way back down, make it another drastic move, or are we going to tighten this ship up just a little bit? I don't know. It's a little too early to tell, but what is good is everything is trending absolutely beautiful. There's really nothing to be overly concerned about as long as you are not chasing. So we're seeing a very solid pattern forming, and you're almost able to mark out your tops. If you're top ticking this thing, you don't want to be chasing. You never want to be chasing a stock. You can almost plan out where you could bottom tick this. It's like I said, it's going to depend on what we do around this $2.05 or this trend line that's coming up here. If it's not going to respect this trend line or the 205, we're probably still making those drastic swings. And beautiful opportunity to really make some money while you're sitting down here waiting for this to hit that gap fill. We got a lot of time until the options even come into effect as far as mid-August goes. So it doesn't have to race its way up there. It is inching its way up bit by bit, which is okay. We're getting there one step at a time, and that's what I like to see. As far as what's going to play out on the longer time frames, it looks like it's coming down at the moment. It was sitting up here high, and every time we see it get up here high, it does like to take that pullback. So is it going to pull back a little bit? Yeah, probably. Is it going to make that big swing? Yeah, probably. I mean, just looking at the data, there's a good chance, unless the buyers really start stepping in here, which I don't see going on right now. So you're probably in there trading with a lot of other people that are just momentum swing trading this thing. It should be turning around right here, so maybe that trend line actually will support. We're going to see if it's going to bounce, and if it's going to hold. That will actually bring in a little bit of strength and turn this around on the longer time frame. So maybe 205 area base, respect this tighter trend and see where we go from there. It would be nice because it's not going to take us as much time to make those jumps. I had to throw in some new support lines since the last time we talked. So We got the 205. I got a couple others. I don't know if we can see them. Got 205, 215, call it 2.25, call it 240, and 250. So those are what I'm looking at as far as new supports, resistance are going to go on our way up to that 250 mark. So go ahead and mark them out on your own chart so that you can keep an eye on what I'm watching. And that is about all that I have for us. We don't have any new news that I saw come out, so just did a quick scan there. Nothing too crazy happening. So let's enjoy the ride, enjoy the show. Everything still looks good and healthy to me, as long as you know we're not falling out of this lower trend line. Then we get a little bit of questions. So I will stay in touch. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for coming back and watching another video. If you don't mind, drop a like. You can always subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the updates. Stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.